In today's video, I'll be discussing the rematch that took place on December 25th between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. Let's get started.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy the Lightning Kid here, bringing it back to you with the very first episode of Reese's Roundup. Now in these episodes, I'm going to be talking about, like every major topic in sports, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, college football, basketball, baseball, tennis, hockey, water polo. Is water polo a thing? Yeah? We've confirmed that water polo is an actual sport. Okay, so anything that's major in each of those sports, I will be discussing it every Tuesday. So it'll be a weekly roundup of that major thing every Tuesday. So if you guys have anything in the comment section to leave me to talk about, I'll definitely talk about it, and I'll be voicing my opinion on it, and it'll definitely be an unbiased opinion. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Golden State Warriors. It was so bad. Guys, the Cleveland Cavaliers absolutely blew it. Now, I'm a Grizzlies fan, so I know what it's like going up against the Warriors and losing by a lot, but Cleveland has the better team, and I will admit that. And this Cavs team, it was supposed to be healthy. They had Kyrie back, and I don't know what happened. They did not show up. They were not there that game. Guys, the Cleveland Cavaliers scored. Let me just give you the recap here. In the first quarter, Cavs 21, Warriors 34. In the second quarter, Cavs 23, Warriors 36. In the third quarter, Cavs 23, Warriors 33. The fourth quarter, Cavs 31, Warriors 29. But by then it was a little too late, wasn't it? Stephen Curry had 16 points in the first quarter. 16 points. The Cavs were not there. The Warriors were shooting 13 of 19 from the field, and that was in the first quarter alone. Steph Curry didn't even play in the fourth quarter, and it was a blowout. It was 132-98 the final score. Guys, let me just hold on. To my camera. 1 second. Just pull this up. So, 132 minus 98. 34 points, guys. Now listen, I know that Cleveland, they might be the best team in the East. The Warriors might be the best team in the West, give or take the San Antonio Spurs. So if you have the top two teams in their conference going at it, you would expect a low-scoring defensive game. But that was not the case, guys. That just was not the case. The Cavs did not show up in this game. I don't know where they were. They were probably still in the locker room. They were probably still on the bus ride to come to the stadium, because whoever was playing in that game last night was not the Cleveland Cavaliers. Listen, guys, Kyrie Irving was supposed to be the guy that everybody was talking about that would come back and just dominate. He did not score a single. He made his second basket of the night in the third quarter. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're the second best player on your team, you are not going to make your second field goal in the third quarter. Now, they say that he was limited. They were going to make him play 35 minutes a game, but that doesn't excuse the fact that you still need to score for your team. J.R. Smith was the leading scorer of that game. He for the Cavs, before he got ejected. Let me just point that out. J.R. Smith was the leading scorer of the Cleveland Cavaliers that game until he got ejected. For what? What did J.R. Smith do to get ejected? Let me just point that out real quick. LeBron James flagrantly pushed Steph Curry to the ground after he got ran into by a screen, I think it was. And what did J.R. Smith do? He ran into somebody that was setting up a screen, and he gets ejected instead of LeBron. What kind of sense does that make? And J.R. Smith was, I mean, he was the only guy that was ever trying to bring back the Cavs. I mean, you know, it was a little, too late. But he was the only guy out there that was actually playing, and for him to have gotten ejected in that game, that was it. That would have been the run for the Cavs, and that was a wrap. I mean, in just the first quarter alone, the 3-point shots were just dominating the Cleveland Cavaliers. They made they were 4-4 shooting. In the first 2 minutes of the game, they went on a 10-2 run. Next thing you know, it's a 14-1 run in 3 minutes in the second quarter. You know, they shot 8 of their last 9. They made 8 of their last 9 shots in the second quarter. You know, they were shooting 69%, guys, 69% from the field in the second quarter. I mean, Jesus, my God, that's something you see in a video game on rookie. Like the Cavs were on rookie mode for the Warriors, and all that trash talk that Curry was talking about, I hope it still smells like champagne in the locker room. I was hoping this guy would get totally embarrassed by Kyrie Irving, Matthew Dellavedova, but my God, he was the one embarrassing them. He scored 35 points. Guys, let me just tell you something. He scored 35 points in that game, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. He made 7 3-pointers and did not play in the fourth quarter. What kind of defense were the Cavaliers playing to have made this guy ball out so hard? Even Andre Iguodala, he made 4 3-pointers by just the third quarter. If the Cavaliers make it to the finals, they are not going to beat any Western team that comes out. Whether it's the Spurs, Warriors, Thunder, they are not going to beat any of those. And after what I saw last night, they blew their case for trying to get their rematch with the Warriors. They blew it. They absolutely choked, and I was hoping for a much better performance from the Cavs, and they definitely let me down. But I mean, the only good thing that came out of this game from the Cavs was J.R. Smith, who was balling out. He ended the game with about 14 points in that game, and they had good ball movement for all but 2 minutes in the second quarter. And they went on a 6-0 run, and then after that, you know, the Warriors said, all right, let's get back into this game, and they blew them out from the rest of the way. I don't even think the Cavs took the lead in that game at all. No, they didn't take the game. They did not take the lead in that game at all. Guys, the Warriors made 57% from the field by the time the fourth quarter started. Like, that is an amazing stat. And the only team that I can see beating the Warriors right now as of this point is the San Antonio Spurs, because Cleveland is not going to be the team in the East to be. The only team that can beat any Western team in the finals is if another Western team made it in the finals. Like, if the Spurs and the Warriors go at it in the conference finals, that's going to be the finals. Whoever comes out in the East will not beat either of those two teams. It's just not gonna happen. I don't see it unless it's the Miami Heat, the Indiana Pacers, the Chicago Bulls. Like, if those three teams make it, they could probably go six games with them. But I don't know. I don't know who can beat these guys now. It's just ridiculous how good of shooting it is, and I hate that team so much with a passion. I cannot stand either of those teams. But you know, I gotta give credit where credit's due. You know, they're a good team, and they really showed the Cavs who the better team was. And the Cavs have not beaten them since Game 4 of the finals. It's ridiculous, and it's sad, and I'm upset. Guys, I wanted to stop watching that game by the second quarter. I was sitting down, and I was just like this. Bruh, I was looking just like that in that game. God, I couldn't even. By the time the fourth quarter started, this is what I was doing.
79-44.
It was just ridiculous. I did not want to watch the game anymore. I was sad to everything. I almost gave up on that game, but I had to know what the final score was going to be. Guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. If you think the Cavs should have won that game, leave a comment if you think the Warriors should have won by more. Leave a comment to see what I should talk about next week. I'm probably going to discuss the NFC, AFC Championship game. Make sure you still leave a comment. That's going to do it for today's Reese's Roundup. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Holla at your boy. Peace.